Stroking my beard, stroking my beard. Oh, hello! I just wanted to do a quick video about something. Focusing on God. You see, in our lives today, we have so many distractions, and like everything is a distraction in this world. And I find that it makes it really difficult to focus on God. It's a similar sort of thing to, you know, with politics and all that sort of stuff. Like, people try to understand how things work with politics and how the world's running, you know, how the country's run, etc., etc. And most people have no idea really how it all works, because it has been made intentionally excessively complicated with far too much stuff and information and extra bits and pieces, so that you can't understand exactly what's happening, so that you can't have a problem with it. Or at least you can't argue your problem with it. And it's kind of similar with the world and trying to focus on God, because there's so much stuff that you just, you know, it goes out of your mind. You don't even think about the fact that you're not focusing on God. And I'm talking about like literally everything in your life. There's work, there's sports, there's TV, there's entertainment, there's the kids. You know, obviously, I'm not saying you shouldn't love your kids and focus on your kids as well, obviously. But, you know, it's just everything. Everything. Car payments, bills, rent, everything. There's so much that you have to think about. And now this won't necessarily work for everybody. In fact, it probably won't work for a lot of people. But, personally, I found that with most things, and especially for me, focusing, sorry about the noise of the washing machine, I don't know why it is I always seem to do these videos when the washing machine is going. But yeah, I find that the only way really for me, or the best way for me, is to just simplify. The fewer things that you have to worry about, the easier it is to think about the things that you do need to worry about. So, I just extracted as much as I can, you know. So like TV used to be a big thing for me. I used to watch a lot of TV, massive distraction, and because my brain is constantly going, ooh, what happens next in this series, I must watch the next one. And I would literally spend days, watching episode after episode after episode of the program. And, you know, it's not good. It's a waste of your life, come on. So as a result, I found the only way that I could keep myself from having that temptation always getting in the way was to get rid of it. So I don't own a TV anymore, and my life is a lot richer as a result. As I say, this isn't going to work for everybody, but personally, getting rid of the telly is one of the best things I've done. And I just can't watch TV now. What I do sometimes is I'll go online, and very occasionally I'll watch some secular TV, but most of the time I'll find a decent preach on YouTube, or I'll find some skits or something like that, something that's entertaining but also God focused, and it really helps my walk with God, you know. And I'm actually in the process of trying to put together kind of a collection of stuff which is both entertaining and God focused, so that, because unfortunately it's not that widespread at the moment, so it can be difficult to find good Christian programming. I mean, obviously you've got certain TV programs, but even then they have to fit everybody's taste onto their channel, so a lot of the time you're not going to necessarily like the program. So I'm just trying to get as much content together as I can, and then I'll probably stick it online or something, I don't know. Obviously I'll have to look at licensing and all that sort of thing. Anyway, yeah, so focusing on God, it's the most important thing you can do in your life, is focus on God, on Jesus, every moment of every day, if you can. I mean, obviously nobody can do that to its fullest, but as best as you can. Now, another thing I've done recently is actually, I have an alarm clock. Well, I use the alarm on my phone to wake me up. Rather than just having a buzz or something like that, I've actually recorded myself, giving myself a little message, reminding me what God did for me, reminding me the first thing I should be doing is praying and focusing on Jesus. So what I wake up to is a reminder to focus on God. So I start my day right. And if you start your day right and you give it all to God straight off the bat, then He's with you from the start. I mean, God's with you anyway, but you've got to focus. You've got to focus on God at the start of the day. And if you can do that, then your walk with God will become so much closer. What else? There's just so much stuff that you could do without. And seriously, if you sat down and really thought about it, there's probably a lot of things in your life which A, you could remove, and B, you probably wouldn't really notice were gone. Or at least not, after a little while. It doesn't matter. Just really think about how much stuff you have in your life, and think about how much of that stuff actually really matters. I mean, at the end of the day, our whole reason for being here is to spread the good news of the gospel. And how much of our time is spent doing that, really? Think about it. Anyway, just thought it was about time I did another video, and that was on my mind. So, be blessed. I love you all, as I always will. And just think about it. Sit down and think about it seriously. And if God convicts you as you think about these things, then that's God telling you there's something there that you need to change. I hope this helps. Bless you all.